My wife is a massive Disney adult, so much so that we have already been to Disney World 9 times. She just put a deposit down for another trip. And honestly, I feel like I am at my breaking point. Jen and I have been married for 13 years, and we are both pushing 40. Our youth was pretty complicated financially. There were months where we could barely make rent, but recently we started to reach a point where we can afford to travel once or twice a year. That is where this problem that is making me lose my mind begins. Jen only wants to go to Disney. 9 times and counting, every single one of our trips has been there. Even our honeymoon was at Disney World. We always stay at the official resort hotels. We eat the typical Mickey ice cream bars. We wear the mouse ears. We take photos with the characters. We ride the exact same rides. And every single trip we take a picture in front of the castle as if it were the first time. It is always the same. Nothing ever changes. The reality is that Disney has never been my thing, and Jen knows it because I have mentioned it several times. But for her, Disney is not just a place to go on vacation. It is practically the only place that exists. She does not see the need or the point of traveling anywhere else. When friends talk about going to Europe or Asia, she completely tunes them out. So recently, we were at the kitchen table planning our trip for April, and Jen told me, super calm as if it were the most normal thing in the world, that we could go to Disney again. I finally gathered the courage, took a deep breath, and let out what I had been holding back for years. I said, that sounds good, but why don't we try Hawaii this time? Something different. She looked at me totally confused, as if I had proposed we go to Mars or something. She asked why Hawaii. I said, for the beaches, the spas, the food, the culture. I told her I just want us to experience something new. She murmured something I didn't even understand and walked away, looking somewhere between uncomfortable and offended. I thought the discussion would end there, just the typical fight I already know, and that in the end, we would go to Disney like always. But days later, she came into the living room with her laptop. She looked genuinely happy. She told me she booked Hawaii and that she spent hours looking for the best options. I couldn't believe it. I actually stood up from the couch out of pure joy. Finally, after so many years and identical trips, I thought she was listening to me, that she really wanted to try something new with me. I asked her excitedly to show me. I felt so hopeful and at the same time guilty for all the accumulated frustration. She turned the laptop around wearing a huge smile, expecting me to be just as excited as she was. But what she showed me was Aulani, the Disney resort in Hawaii. Everything was Disney-themed with characters and special breakfasts. I stood there frozen, staring at the screen. It took me a while to process what was happening. I felt like my brain just shut down. She told me, with her eyes shining, that it is great because it has all the magic of Disney that she loves, but it is in Hawaii just like I wanted. She called it the best of both worlds and said she even made a reservation for the character breakfast. I did everything possible not to lose my patience. I told her, Jen, I am telling you seriously, I am tired of Disney. I just want a different trip this time. No characters, no themed hotels, no mouse ears. I would like us to have a normal vacation, an experience like other couples have. Her smile vanished immediately, and all the excitement left her. She said she made an effort for me. She told me she spent hours researching this hotel, reading reviews, and checking availability. She said I was not valuing what she did. I told her that it is still Disney, and that is exactly what I do not want anymore. She crossed her arms, very defensive, and said she is not going anywhere that does not have something to do with Disney. She told me it was her final decision because she does not feel safe or comfortable outside of that bubble. At that moment, I felt something inside me break. Years of carrying the same thing just hit me. I told her as calmly as possible that I was not going to go. Total silence. She looked at me as if I had just confessed the worst betrayal. She asked, almost crying, if I was serious about not going. I said no, not if it is to Disney. I told her I really can't do it anymore and that I need a break. She slammed the laptop shut, visibly upset. She grabbed her phone and canceled everything right there in front of me. Then she stormed off to the bedroom angrily. Now she has been writing to all her friends for a week, looking for anyone who will accompany her to Disney in April. We have gone days without speaking, saying only what is strictly necessary. She is furious. I am sleeping with our dog, Buster, in the guest room, and I am mentally and emotionally exhausted from this same circle. What surprises me the most and keeps me up at night is that she truly does not understand why I am so fed up. To Jen, reserving the Disney hotel in Hawaii was a huge, almost heroic effort, and she feels that she really tried to reach a compromise. I love her very much. But I am starting to think that this obsession with Disney is a serious problem that we are not facing. Is this normal in adults? Are there other couples like this? At this point, I just feel like Jen would prefer Mickey Mouse 1,000 times over me, and I just don't know what to do anymore.